are about to fly to space in just a few minutes. All right, well, as we tick down to launch, Eddie, can you talk us through New Shepard's flight profile?
Kaya, I'd love to. The flight profile really starts at T-minus 2.5 minutes when we enter auto sequence and the flight controllers become hands-off. The booster does what it can to prepare the BE-3PM for ignition at T0, followed by throttle up. Liftoff occurs at T plus 7 seconds, and that BE-3 engine powers the booster up through the atmosphere just before reaching max Q, the maximum point of aerodynamic pressure. The BE-3 continues to work up to 2 minutes. It experiences MECO main engine cutoff, and then those two vehicles separate at 2.5 minutes. The booster achieves apogee, and it reuses its aerodynamic surfaces and fins to steer back to the landing pad. The drag brakes deploy, the engine restarts, and we get a nice soft landing over the landing pad. Meanwhile, in the capsule, our astronauts were enjoying microgravity since it's much slower to re-enter due to its shape. As it cuts through the atmosphere, the drogues deploy. The mains deploy shortly thereafter, coming down for a nice, soft, floating view of the West Texas desert. The landing systems engage just above the ground, with the terminal deceleration system sending a jet of gas to poof of dust, and then touchdown.
All right, well, we're just under T-minus 6 minutes until liftoff, so let's take a quick breather while we wait for New Shepard's bit checks. It appears that we've just entered another brief hold, so let's stand by while our astronauts wait to launch to space. All right, well, we just exited the hold. The countdown clock is resuming. And I understand that all 6 astronauts are ready to go. Let's watch and listen as New Shepard goes through its final checks and revs up for 5th human flight.
Here in less than 20 seconds, we'll be entering auto sequence mode. Kaya, I know this is supposed to be business as usual, but I'm excited.
Never gets old, Eddie.
And these astronauts sitting on top of the rocket, they're hearing it all. The hum of the hydraulic power unit, the batteries, the valves clicking on and off. They've practiced for this moment over the last few days. I think they're ready to go to space.
That rocket is alive. It's a living, breathing thing, and it is about to take 6 people to space and 1 astronaut for the 2nd time.
And we've got the access bridge retracting and those solar shades retracting away from the New Shepard capsule. Just about 90 seconds here, we see the aft fins, those fins at the base of the vehicle that help direct the vehicle on ascent and descent, exercising their full range of motion. And at the bottom of your screen, the BE-3 propulsion module nozzle gimbaling. This is the primary form of control for the vehicle on ascent and of course for landing, doing a full range of checks, ensuring free range of motion. And those tanks are at pressure. Those variables for pressure and temperature on the cryogenic tanks in the green zone. That's what they're watching in mission control.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hand it over to Mission Control and launch this rocket. Godspeed, New Shepard. Buena suerte.
T-minus 16, guidance internal. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. 2, 1.
And there we have it, max Q.
We're getting such a roar. Sitting here in West Texas right now, we can hear that BE-3 engine just roaring through the sky.
That's right, really doing work to power the New Shepard propulsion module and capsule to space. Here in about 30 seconds, Kaya will see the BE-3 PM engine shut off for main engine cutoff MECO.
And Miko, main engine cutoff. The vehicle is now coasting at over 2,000 miles per hour.
Okay, we should have separation of the capsule and the booster here momentarily. Laura Stiles will cue the astronauts to unbuckle their harnesses and start floating around the capsule. Victor Vescovo, Katya Echazarreta, Hamish Harding, Jaison Robinson, Victor Correa Hespanha, and Evan Dick are now in 0G. Let's listen in.
We just received confirmation the crew capsule's apogee of 351,183 feet.
I don't see the booster. You want the standard flag? Yeah. Yeah.
1 minute warning. 1 minute warning.
Well, Kaya, it really sounded like they were having a lot of fun in that 15 cubic meter cabin. Congratulations to all 6 crew. They just officially became astronauts. Outstanding.
Both the crew capsule and the booster are now descending, as you can see on your screen.
And we'll follow the booster first for landing. That rocket is now reaching its atmospheric pierce point, returning from space and entering the atmospheres. The control surfaces of the fins are now starting to have air pressure to push against and to navigate to over the landing pad.
And that booster is now reaching its maximum re-entry velocity, which is just under Mach 4. The booster's shape causes a lot less drag than the crew capsule, so it'll win the race back down to the ground.
And we've got a great shot there from the booster coming back from space to our landing pad. The wedge fins, steering fins, and ring fin really earning their keep at this point in the flight.
And you can just see that the air brakes are deploying here. This is such a critical step in slowing the vehicle down. Velocity starts to decrease very rapidly. You can follow along on the top right corner of your screen, and we just heard. And booster touchdown. Welcome back, New Shepard. Welcome back to our 6 astronauts.
For a lot of us at Blue, this moment in flight is one of the main highlights as it shows off the incredible engineering required to bring a rocket back safely home from space, ready to be reused.
No matter how many times you've seen this happen, a live booster landing onto the pad will always take your breath away. And I know that our 6 astronauts right now, they're sitting in their capsule enjoying the view as it slowly descends down.
In the meantime, we've got quite a shot there of the booster, and there's the capsule re-entering.
And here are the drogues deploying now. These drogues will slow the capsule down in preparation for the 3 main chutes.
And there we have it, the 3 main chutes. Wow, look at those huge windows. Maybe we can see our astronauts if we look closely.
While those beautiful parachutes are essential in providing a gentle touchdown for the crew capsule, New Shepard also has an innovative retro thrust system on the bottom of the capsule to make the touchdown even smoother for our astronauts flying today. And as that capsule slowly descends, that retro thrust system soon will fire moments before touchdown to slow the capsule down even further, just to 1 or 2 miles per hour.
What a great shot there. Guadalupe Peak, the tallest mountain in Texas, behind, of course, our 3 parachutes and our 6 astronauts in their crew capsule. Now, Kaya, keep in mind that here in West Texas, in the desert, we kick up a tremendous amount of dust, but it is a very, very soft landing.
And touchdown, welcome back to Earth, New Shepard's astronauts. They just went to space and they are back.
That's right, welcome back the crew of Natural Selection. So Kaya, our team is preparing landing, safety operations, and the recovery of our astronauts from the crew capsule. You know, Kaya, depending on where the crew capsule landed in the desert today can sort of dictate how long it will take our recovery crew to get out there, but they are on their way right now, and hopefully we get a shot of that here shortly.
That's the fun part, being in those Rivians, flying down that dirt road. It's kicking up moon dust, very similar to moon dust, that West Texas sand.
Yeah, you're dodging cacti and mesquite bushes and just trying to get to the astronauts as quickly but as safely as possible.
And you can see that trail of dust being kicked up right now as they're headed out to the capsule.
I think that's Victor with a thumbs up to us. He looks happy.
I don't know about you, Eddie, but I'm really excited to hear Evan Dick's second perspective of going up in space. I know this time he wanted to spend more time looking out the window and enjoying the view.
So here shortly, Kevin Sprague, our crew member 7 for today's mission, will be leading the recovery team. We'll verify that all astronauts are giving him a thumbs up and happy, smiling faces, and then we'll get ready to open the hatch and welcome them back to Earth. Well, there you have it, Kaya. 2 reusable spacecraft rocket launch vehicles named New Shepard and RSS First Step.
I always love these shots where you have both the booster and the capsule. I know on the way down, the astronauts are always looking out their window to see if they can see that booster coming back down to land.
And there's a great shot of those trucks, like we said, cutting through the West Texas desert, avoiding the cacti and the mesquite bushes.
And just behind our capsule recovery team are the friends, family, loved ones of our astronauts. They've traveled far and wide all across the world, and I know that they're very excited to greet their newly minted astronauts when they exit that crew capsule.
That's right, a very joyous reunion when friends and family are able to meet the astronauts after they step out of that hatch. And there they are, crew capsule and trucks in the same shot, arriving, as we mentioned, anxiously awaiting this reunion.
You got it. So what's going to happen is Kevin Sprague, crew member 7, is going to get out. They're going to secure the capsule and make sure that it's safe before opening the hatch.
What an action shot. That booster in the background venting its propellants, and Kevin Sprague sprinting to the crew capsule to check on his astronauts. Seeing some thumbs up there, Kaya. This is exciting. Okay, I didn't count, but that looked like 6 thumbs up to me. What an incredible moment.
Absolutely. Our astronauts have returned home safely, and we're preparing to exit the crew capsule.
That really was flawless. From here, it appeared to be a safe launch and landing. Congratulations to the New Shepard Operations Mission Team for doing it.
So we're just moments away before they open the hatch. They're just finalizing preparations here. Looks like the stairs are now set up, so should be any moment now.
And they'll exit this crew capsule in the opposite order that they entered, each hopefully triumphantly enjoying their return to space. Sorry, to Earth. And there they are, the astronauts standing up, unbuckling their harnesses, and touching terra firma. Okay, you can see there in Kevin's left hand, he's got the key to the hatch as we're anxiously awaiting it opening. Saw a thumbs up there from Kevin.
He's opening the hatch, and the hatch is open. Welcome back, New Shepard.
Let's see if we can recognize some of our newly minted astronauts as they exit the hatch. Think that was Evan Dick?
That was Evan Dick giving the high five. Welcome back from your second time to space.
A veteran now of the New Shepard journey. There's Hamish with the high five to Kevin.
There's Victor Vescovo.
Katya Echazarreta.
Victor Vescovo.
And last but definitely not least, Jaison Robinson. That's the crew. That's the crew of NS-21. Congratulations, natural selection, for your trip to space and back.
Right now, as they pose for pictures, I know they're waiting for their families. They're going to be arriving any minute now. They're going to be getting out of their vehicles, and I'm going to see a lot of hugs in just a few moments. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for Blue Origin's 5th human flight. A special thank you to our customers, Katya Echazarreta, Evan Dick, Jaison Robinson, Victor Vescovo, Hamish Harding, and Victor Correa Hespanha. If you're interested in purchasing your seat on a future rocket ride to space and back, it all starts by visiting blueorigin.com and clicking that link, Fly to Space. Eddie, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Anytime, Kaya. This was a lot of fun, and we see the astronauts having a lot of fun. Cuánta emoción y qué orgullo para nuestro equipo, Team Blue.
Well, there you have it. The road to space is being built. We took another big step today. If you're interested in joining our extraordinary team, please visit our website.
And if you'd like to commemorate today's launch, we have mission patches, including the one Evan Dick helped us design, and so much more online.
My name is Kaya Ehrlich, and for Eddie Safer and everybody here at Blue Origin, thank you for joining us, and until our next launch, gratet and verositer.
Godspeed.